What up there, Mikey's crew? It's good friend Michael here. Here to talk about today another round of video game pickups. These are going to be for the month of April of the year 2021. This month I was focusing on Nintendo Gamecube games, and I did get a few games. Of course, Gamecube games, I don't know what it is. They're really hard to find in video game stores. I think I picked up one actually in my area. And the rest of them, well, no, two. I got two in my area, and the rest I picked up online. There were some good ones I did end up finding. And of course, with every month, also, there were some other games I ended up getting for other systems as well. Nintendo 64, I got some boxed games, boxes for games, and some cartridges as well to complete those boxed games. Got some PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1, and then an assortment of other games. And first off, I'm going to talk about some non-video game stuffs. So that's going to be like magazines, a plushie, and some instruction manuals. So stuff that isn't video games, but still video game related. And this time I actually wrote down a list of where I got the games from online. And I will post those links to all those sites in the description below in case you want to check out any of those websites as well. They shipped the games out really quickly, got them within a week, maybe a week and a half. They all came in good shape. What I try to do is, like, if the site says like it's complete, and especially for a disc game, it's got to say like complete, or at least game in case for me to buy it. And so any game that I got from like online, either had that in the description or they had an actual picture of the item, and so it showed up looking just like it did in the picture. So no complaints whatsoever. And before I continue as well, I also want to thank everybody that's been tuning in to my pickup videos. I know I'm only doing right now one video a month, but the views on my March 2021 pickups video compared to February, the views have doubled. And I know if you look at the views on my video, it's not a lot, but I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in and watching my videos. I really appreciate it very much. I love showing off my collection, what I get for it each month. I hope you see the games behind me. There's more to this video game room than just this little wall here, and I want to be able to show it off someday once it's fully complete, and then film some other video game related videos as well, to start doing maybe a couple a month, to maybe then doing a couple a week at some point. So I want to thank each and every one of you for watching my video, and I hope that you if you haven't subscribed to the channel so you can keep seeing the pickup videos, and check out any of my other videos too, if you like as well. All right, so now I will get on to talking about some of the stuff that I picked up this month. All right, so first off, I'm going to start off with some instruction manuals. Most of these came off of eBay. I like going on there looking for some manuals to complete my box games. Actually, the thing is with my cartridge games, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, any game I have that has the game in box, I have the manual for it as well. So they're all complete. There's only disc-based ones now I'm looking for the manuals for. So the first one is Arctic Thunder. I actually bought this game at Disc Traders this month. I already had the game. I found a complete copy there. I bought it just for the manual. It was like $3 for the game. So it was not a big deal to just get that for the manual as well. I could not find the manual for that on eBay at all. I get like the arcade instruction manual. I would even type in like manual for PS2. Could not find it whatsoever. All right, so that MVP Baseball 2006 manual, that's for PlayStation 2 as well. And NCAA Basketball 2K3 manual for PS2 also. Found a case and manual for this game for GameCube. That's Scooby-Doo Unmasked. My wife actually found this game at Disc Traders. I think it was the month before I showed off this pickup video, or the pickup in the previous video. And I said we get it, even though it doesn't come with the manual, just because of the fact, it's hard to come by Gamecube Games, so that's why I ended up getting it then. And then I also got new Super Mario Brothers U manual, and actually it came with all of the little inserts for it as well. That also arrived case and manual from eBay, so I can like sell the case, or I can find disc only copy and not complete it obviously, but make it gaming case and sell it like that. All right, I got some Nintendo Power magazines, and I also got one strategy guide. All Nintendo Power magazines came from Respawn and Replay this month. I did not get any from any other store, and I'm showing these in volume order here. So issue 102, which has Brett Favre and NFL Quarterback Club 98 on the cover. Issue 106 with 1080 snowboarding. Issue 118, which has Tonic Trouble. And then we skip way ahead. Issue 265, which talks about the Nintendo 3DS launch. And then issue 272, which talks about Mario 3D Land. So I think if I did a count correctly, I'm still like way until I complete the whole thing. I think I still have like over 100 issues to go. And right now, I'm just buying like the really cheap ones. I'm not, going after the ones that are worth a little bit more. Although, if I find one like on, one of the gaming websites that doesn't have a lot of Nintendo Power issues, I definitely will pick up that issue if I don't have it. And they might be like $10 or something like that. These were all like $5 and under. Or I should say they were around $5 to $7, I should say. And then the one strategy guide I got here came from Retro Delio, and that's the Luigi's Mansion strategy guide for the GameCube. So really happy to pick this up, add this into my collection as well. And then I got one plushie, and this came from Double Jump Video Games, and that's Waluigi. And once I put this up on my area where I actually keep my controllers in a bunch of like bins next to me, storage tower bins should say, I'm only going to have room for 3 more plushies, and I've already decided what I want to get. I want to get Daisy, Diddy Kong, and Kirby. And once I get that, I will organize my plushies, and then I'm going to actually film a video showing off those plushies. So if I can find them all in the month of May, I may pick them up then. If not, I may just end up picking up one, so it'll still be like a few months before I have them all. I typically buy like one plushie a month. They're like $20 each, so it's kind of why I don't buy them all at once. All right, now I will start talking about all the games I got this month. And for the first stack here that I'm going to show is just kind of like one game I got for like each system here, and then I will show off like games where I got multiples for each system. So the games I got multiples for each system are PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, N64, and GameCube. And the rest here, it's just 1 or 2 games I got for each system. So first off, for the Nintendo Switch, this came from Disc Traders, I got Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. I played the Millionaire games since they were on PC, PlayStation 1, Wii, DS. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get this as well. I love Millionaire games. I love trying to test my knowledge and in those kind of games and see if I can win the million. Yeah, sometimes I may pause the game to look up the answer, but a lot of the times, I love it trying to get it right, and knowing it ahead of time without having to look it up. All right, for Xbox 360, I got Ridge Racer 6. This came from CZ's down in Three Rivers. Actually, the interesting thing about this is they had the case, but they did not have the game. So I just bought the case by itself. I got the disc online off of eBay to complete it, and then I ended up having a better Xbox 360 case, so I switched it out because the one that was originally in was kind of cracked, so I switched it out for a better case for that one. From Fanfare, for the PlayStation 4, I got Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. I've heard a lot of good things about this game. It's made by EA, and of course they've been fumbling it with Star Wars, not doing a great job. But I heard this time they did a really good job with this one, so I can't wait to play that. For the Nintendo Wii, I got 2 games. And the first one came from Disc Traders, and that's Lynx Crossbow Training. And when I bought this, I did not realize it did not come with the manual, so I'm going to have to go online looking for a manual for that. And I also would like to get a like custom like case, so like a, you know, like it has like a regular Wii case with artwork in it. I'm trying to look for that. I found one for the Wii Sports, just so I can display to my collection a little easier instead of like, you know, say putting it on top of my games like that. That's what I'm trying to look for, and I'm going to look for the manual on eBay for this upcoming month. But like all the other versions that they had there, like people like literally like tore this like tape instead of like cutting it along the side. I made that mistake with like Pokemon Stadium back in the day, so my copy of Pokemon Stadium unfortunately has a piece of the box ripped off because of that. And I'm not looking to replace it or anything, because it's like the kind of the area that it ripped off it didn't have like wording on it or anything, so I consider that one not to be as big of a deal. This one came from CZ's, and this is Phineas and Ferb Across the Second Dimension. This one is complete, and this one is for my wife Kathleen. She liked watching Phineas and Ferb when she was younger, so I got this for her to play. It's 2 players, so I can play it with her, so hopefully we'll have fun with that one. And then for PlayStation 3, both of these also came from CZ's, and both of them are complete. And first one is London 2012 Olympic Games. And I love playing the Olympic Games, even if, like, you know, a lot of these in here are just button mashing games. You know, I love the experience of the Olympics. Played the games. I played the games all the way back to, like, Sega Genesis, so those ones were terrible. So I didn't keep those in my collection. But I think I have them from, like, Atlanta 1996 on up. So I did play like the earlier ones, but like I said, they were terrible, so I didn't keep them in my collection. And then I also got Burnout Paradise from CZ's as well, and I love the Burnout series. I heard this one is more open world, and I do also want to get the remastered edition, but I want to play this one first, obviously, and then play the remastered one just to see how much better it is. This one's also for my wife, Kathleen. This one she's going to be playing by herself and not with me, because this is Game Boy Advance game, and it's Kim Possible 3 Team Possible. She liked watching Kim Possible cartoon when she was younger, and so we've been exploring the like encyclopedia of games and looking for cartoon-based games and ones that she watched as a kid and ones that I think she would really enjoy. Like Scooby-Doo was one that she really likes. She watches that still, but these I looked up some other ones just to see if she was interested in maybe getting some, and so we found some that like she might be interested in, like that, Powerpuff Girls, Phineas and Ferb, like I said, and I think there's some others as well. And then this last one was a good find from Disc Traders. It's a Super Nintendo game, and let me say their selection of Nintendo and Super Nintendo is not great right now. I'm hoping it will be again at some point, but right now it's not great. This game I found for about $14, and it goes for like $24, and that is Pac in Time. This is a Pac-Man platforming game, and so I look forward to playing this. This is going to be a lot different than playing Pac-Man 2, which I did eventually beat. But because that game frustrated me so much, I mean, it took me probably 20-some years to finally beat that game. And I got help with it. So that's going to be a lot. This is going to be a lot different experience than that. I hope to enjoy this one. All right, so now we'll move on to PlayStation 1 games. There's not a lot of exciting ones here. There's one good one at the end, but most of these are just sports and... yeah, they're just sports games, basically. Sports and racing games. All right, so the first one I got is NCAA March Madness 2001. The case is, like, really mangled on this, so I'm going to replace the case. And I am going to look for a different manual. I did see it is a little sun-faded up, like, here in this corner. I don't know if you can, like, tell, like in the light or not. Like, the red on the PlayStation logo is not, like, as deep red on some other ones. So I am going to look for a different manual for that. That should be pretty cheap. Or I can just look for another copy of the game as well. All right. Then I also got Nhl Faceoff 2001. And now on to some of the racing games. I got Snowcross Championship Racing. And I'm trying to complete the Test Drive series, and so I got Test Drive 6. This case is also mangled and needs to be replaced. And then I got a black label version of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. This I found at Second Chance, and actually Test Drive and Snowcross and Nhl Faceoff I did as well. The March Madness game I found at CZ's. So I was really happy to find that copy of Tony Hawk's. I had the Greatest Hits version, but I got rid of it because I was looking for the black label version of that. So I'm trying to go with having the original release of these games in my console. I don't want, or in my collection. I don't want any like those Greatest Hits, Nintendo Selects, Platinum Hits, Player's Choice, any of that stuff in my collection anymore. And I think I still have like Kirby's Dream Land Player's Choice, but I'm not selling that one until I were to find, there's some I've decided I'm not going to sell until I find like the copy of it that's not like that, because that one would be hard to find again. And maybe I can just trade it straight up, Player's Choice, for that, or trade it up for that and pay a little bit more for it. I've also got that with Donkey Kong Country and Super Mario All-Stars. I have the boxes, but the games are not the games are the non like greatest hits on those, but the boxes are not. So I'm looking for like box upgrades for those. All right, PlayStation 2 games. Most of these came from CZs. 2 of them came from Disc Traders. So we got our Racing Evolution. Most of these are racing games. There's one platforming game in here. Juiced also came from CZs, along with the our Racing one, if I did not mention that. The next 2 come from Disc Traders, and so I got 4x4 Evo and Midnight Club 2. And then the last 2 here come from CZs, and it's Ty the Tasmanian Tiger 2, Bush Rescue. So this one I think also had like a Greatest Hits version of it, so I got the black label. And then this one, I was really happy to find. I wanted to buy this off of Double Jump, but somebody beat me to it. And this is kind of an uncommon PlayStation 2 game, and there were 2 copies of this game at CZ's. One of them, like the disc, something wasn't right with it. It was like the disc might have had some writing on it, the manual did. This one is complete, nothing like that on it at all. This looks like a really fun game, and it's downhill domination. So you're riding like these motorcycles, like riding down like really steep mountains. It kind of reminds me of like SSX Tricky, kind of doing like, you know, skiing and snowboard. Well, not skiing, but snowboarding down mountains. So this is like biking down mountains. So it seems like a lot of fun, and you can definitely do like a lot of crashing in here, it looks like, too. And so it looks like that game would be highly enjoyable. Okay, moving on to N64 games here. And trying to... Oh, I totally forgot to mention where I think one of the games I actually got came... No. Sorry, I was thinking... I was like, I hadn't used my list yet where I got my games at, except for the strategy guide. I haven't gotten to those yet. All right, so now I'm starting to get to the games where I've bought them at online stores. So, first off here, we got some N64 games. And from Game Gurus, I ended up buying, this is up in Seattle, I bought 4 games. So first one is Bottom of the Ninth. So I loved this baseball game when I was a kid, so I got it. I made sure to get it again for the collection. I also got Ridge Racer 64. That racing game I played before and got stuck in it, so I'm going to try to see if I can do better this time around. California Speed. And then I got Top Gear Overdrive. The label isn't the greatest. There's a little bit in here where it looks like it's worn, but it's not too bad. I finally found a good copy of this where it wasn't like discolored or like the label was completely like busted or like messed up on it. So I finally found a good copy of that. And the thing about all those games from Game Gurus, they had like they're like sticker up for the pricing of the game on the side, and when you take it off, it like leaves like the kind of the not like the sticky part of the tag, but also like a little bit of paper on the tag as well. So with all 4 of these games, I had to scrub them to get that off. I used Goo Gun as well to get them. Did not damage the plastic whatsoever. I was really happy to get all those off so they could all look good for the collection. So I'm really happy about that. And then the last game here came from Retro Rec Room, and actually I'm going to show off another one I got from there as well. So the first one is Jet Force Gemini. So I'm going to give a shot at this again. I played this before, did not do well at it, and I'm going to give it another chance. And then I also got San Francisco Rush Extreme Racing. Now I had the box already, did not have the game for it. I should actually say before I did have the game, but sold the game off because like the label was not very good on it. So this one's got a really nice clean label with it. So I had like the box and manual with the game, and so I just sold off the game, kept the box and manual because I knew I wanted to get it again for the collection. So I was really happy to find that off of there. Okay, now, last month I got NFL Quarterback Club 98. So off of eBay this month, I bought the box and the manual is in there as well. Not, anything special there really, but glad to get that. The box is a little damaged down here in the left-hand corner. Otherwise, it's in good shape. It still does need a holder on the inside, but otherwise, like I said, it's in good shape. I also ordered FIFA Soccer 64, the box off of eBay, and so this one did come with the holder, so it has the manual as well, and so this is now complete. I think I bought that game last month as well and was able to find the box. All right, then I got the box for Off-Road Challenge also. So this is complete as well. I am going to change out the holder in here because the copy I had actually originally bought from a game store over in Sterling Heights, the box was water damaged. So, like, on this entire side, like, it was, like, coming apart. The holder on the inside looked like it's been water damaged. Also, the manual was water damaged, so I did end up buying a separate manual before to replace it. Now I'm going to get like a different holder just so it's not water damaged. But this box is in very, very good shape. Really happy about this to get a nice upgrade for that game. And then also, I bought Jeopardy last month for the N64. Had a hard time finding that, but I did not have a hard time finding the box. So I got the box. I also ended up getting the manual for it as well. So this still needs a holder, so this makes this pretty complete for the N64. The only thing with the box was it has a little cut going across here. You might not be able to see it on screen or not, but it's as long as I don't like fold the box, which I know I won't. It's not going to be a big deal. And then the last thing I ended up getting for N64 was from CZ's, and there's a copy of Mario Kart 64. Now I had this game before in my collection, but the label had some writing on it, so I sold that copy off, and now I found one that did not have it on it. And I wanted to make sure also I wasn't going to grab a N64 greatest hits or whatever, they have player's choice for the system. So I finally got a copy of Mario Kart 64 again. Really happy about that. So I made sure I kept the box and the manual for it as well. All right, now we're moving on to GameCube games. So looks like I got 9 here, I think. Yep, 9. It looks like from what I counted correctly. So first off, there's 2 in here I found at stores. I'm going to show the first one off, and then I'm going to save the best one for last. And the first one is I got Beach Spikers. This came from Second Chance, and so this one was complete. So happy to add that one to the collection. Next, I will show you, I got from J2 Games, I got Monopoly Party. So I love playing Monopoly. And this one, it looks like it's a little bit faster paced, where it looks like you all roll at the same time, which is going to be a really interesting experience for that. So I hope to get some friends together to play that at some point. All right. Then from UGA Games, I bought another Scooby-Doo game for my wife, and this is Scooby-Doo Night of the 100 Frights, or Night of 100 Frights, I should say. And the thing about this is, this game was about $10, and it goes for about 20, and it is complete. Like I said, if I'm buying this game online, like the video game websites have got to say complete. If they don't have any listings, whether telling me it's complete or game in case or loose, I will not buy disc games from those websites. Cartridge games I don't mind, but disc games I want to make sure they're complete. If it's like a game that's hard to find, I may end up going game in case just so I can search the manual then. But I was really happy to get that one for the collection as well. All right, so the next two games I'm going to show come from Miro Games, and both of these games, let me just say, like the cases of these, the games, the manuals, they're in pristine condition. I mean, there's nothing wrong with these. First one is Donald Duck Going Quackers, and this game you can also get on N64. I think you can get this on PlayStation 1 as well. But I like playing my Disney games on Nintendo consoles. Well, all the ones I can get on there, I do like playing them. So this one looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to get into this. Yeah, this is one of the rare GameCube games I have that does not say only for up in the corner. And then I got Amazing Island. I did not know about this game until recently. So you can build your own monster, and you can make it look like some character of, say, out of another place. You could create Charlie Brown, I think you can make a Pokemon or Mario or something of that. You can make the monster look like something that represents something familiar, like maybe something from Animal Crossing, or Link right there. So this looks really cool. I'm looking forward to playing this. This should be a fun experience. Okay, now the other thing I got from Retro Dealio was one game, and that is another Disney game, and that is Disney's Hide and Seek. So this is like a game that features Mickey looking for Minnie, and it's not very long. It's not very long to play. There's only a few levels in it, but like I said, I love playing Disney games, so I look forward to playing that one. All right, from Jamestown Gift Shop, which I just found about this one from watching Cooper do his vlogs, and he owns Double Jump Video Games. If you're not familiar, and if you are, great. If you're not, check out his channel. It's Sick Cooper, and he talks about his store amongst other things on his channel. And they're expanding right now, so that's really good. Almost done with it too. Anyways, he talked about buying stuff from Jamestown Gift Shop, and whenever he talks about other video game stores, I always like to, look and see what they have, add them as a bookmark, in case I want to buy something from there. So this was my first purchase from this store, and it is Sonic Heroes, the Black Label version, so I'm really happy to get that. It is a little worn at the top, as you can see, and it is a little worn on the back. Otherwise, this game is completely fine. The manual is a little creased on the inside, but it's not in bad shape otherwise. The little bit of wear at the top does not, for me, it does not take away from the game. If it had been way down into this section, or let's say it had been into the wording back here, I would not have bought this game. So I'm really glad to get Sonic Heroes for the GameCube. This next one comes from SideQuest Games, and I only bought one there this month, and this game is in excellent shape as well, in really pristine condition, manual, game, and case, and that's the Mega Man X collection. So I've played most of my Mega Man games on Nintendo consoles, minus the X4, X5, X6, Mega Man Legends, X7, and X8. So I'm looking forward to playing this. I had it for PlayStation 2, but I was like, I like playing my Mega Man games on GameCube. Let's get this for there. This game was $25. I think if I remember correctly, this game used to go for almost like $50. And so it's come down in price. And it really hasn't gone back up. So I'm really glad to get that into the collection. And I think I've mentioned everything now on my list, which I have. One game left. This comes from CZ's, and this was a pretty expensive pickup. This was not cheap, especially with GameCube prices on the rise. This game, I will mention, I did sell this to a friend who wanted the game to play. And it was the player. I told him it was the player's choice version. He did not care. Like I said, I've been looking to just get the black label versions of the games. And maybe I'm not smart for, selling off my player's choice games before I actually find, the black label version of the game, or the original version of the game, or whatever you want to say for other consoles as well. But I was really happy to finally find this again, even if it did basically cost me an arm and a leg. That's Kirby Air Ride, not Kirby's Air Ride, Kirby Air Ride. So yeah, my friend really loved this game. He had just gotten himself a Wii again, GameCube controller, and he wanted to play the game. I told him I had it. I was willing to sell it to him. It was the player's choice version. So this was before GameCube prices really started shooting up in price. So I sold it to him for, about $60 or so. This game now goes for more than that. So I paid, a steep price for it. But I'm really happy to add it back into my collection. And if it does keep going up in price, I'm really glad to get it now instead of waiting for later. I still got a few GameCube games to look for on my list. Next month, I'm going to try to focus on Wii, although Wii games are really hard to find right now, especially like the more popular ones. With people during the pandemic, they've been staying at home playing, family games, and the Wii is a perfect console for that. So it may be hard to find that. So for once next month, my focus of the system I am focused on, I may not have a lot for. We shall see. So I want to thank you for watching and thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed to my channel for more content. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I'll post those links in the description below, along with all the stores, the online stores I did purchase items from. I will post those links in the description below as well. Drop a thumbs up on this video if you enjoyed it. Comment in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you. What did you think of my pickups? And I'll definitely respond to you as well if you have any questions also. So until next time. Until next month's pickups in the month of May, this is Michael out and over and out. Mikey's true, you guys are the best. Take care.